Welcome, beautiful cosmic beings, to my channel. My name is Eve, and my channel is Eve 44.4. So let's get started here. As we go into the messages, I'm going to start off with a little bit of brief numerology and astrology, just letting everyone know what the energies currently are right now. If you want any more information about who I am, all the services that I provide, my website is below. If you want to follow me on Instagram, where I post weekly and sometimes bi-weekly messages, go ahead and check that out. The handle will be below. So let's get started here. We are headed straight into the third of 3 super full moons. Now, a super full moon means that the moon, when it's coming into fullness with the sun, is closest on its trajectory around the earth. So a super full moon can only happen when the moon is closest to its orbit around the earth, when it comes into that fullness with the sun. So the sun has to completely illuminate one face of the moon for it to be a full moon, and it does so when we have super full moons, when the moon is closest to the earth, making it appear about 15% larger than it normally appears, anywhere between 8, 10 to 15%, depending on the super full moon. So this is the third and last of 3 for this year of 2023. Therefore, it is accentuating the energies that are coming in. And we add to that the fact that we have 2 full moons and 2 super full moons in 1 month. We had the first one on August 1st in the sign of Aquarius with the sun in Leo, and we have this one in the sign of Pisces with the sun in Virgo. Now, traditionally, in order to have a blue moon, because this is a super full blue moon, the traditional prerequisite is one of 2 things. The category most acknowledged by all of the astronomy and astrological community is when you have 2 full moons following each other, but in the same sign. The second full moon or blue moon energy is when you have 2 full moons. They're not in the same sign, but they are occurring within the same month. And that's the case in this super full moon. And by the way, if you do want to skip me going over some of the numerology and astrology, and you want to dive deep into the oracle card messages and the tarot, the timestamps will be below. Okay? So where are we? We're in the middle of Virgo season right now. We get this beautiful moon in Pisces. We get it once a year. All full moons we're going to get once a year within that sign. Pisces is the moon of magic, mysticism, following your deep inner guidance. It's the dreamer, the visionary. Pisces also, though, can be the illusionist. And so when it shows up, especially opposite Virgo, it's calling you to break through any illusions that you might be carrying with you. You want to follow your dreams. You want to follow your visions. It's the most creative sign alongside Leo and Libra, which are also highly, highly creative. So those 3 signs are the most creative. But Pisces is the magical one. It's the one that seeks enchantment. It's our playful inner child. It invites us to get out and dance in the moonlight, to sing in the rain. It wants us to return to the times in our life where we remember innocence and love, where there wasn't ego involved. It was just simply spirit. It was unconditional love. Pisces is the last sign. Therefore, one of its biggest lessons is reaching a place of unconditional love and self-mastery. And so when we face this super full blue moon in Pisces, we're getting an extra dosage of this energy to work with right now, right? And it's telling you, don't let go of your dreams. Instead, do just the opposite. Because a full moon means the moon is opposite the sun. It's being fully illuminated and activated by the energy of the sun. And the solar energy is action oriented. It's yang energy, if you will. It's very masculine energy that seeks to create something. And it's driving the moon towards pursuit of one's dreams. And with the sun in Virgo, which I really, really like, it's saying the dreamer can manifest your dreams. That's what it's saying, because Virgo is how to materialize what you truly want here in this physical realm, because Virgo is an earth energy and it exists in the physical realm. And so the blending of both Pisces and Virgo is about reaching for the things you most desire in your life, really following your intuitive guidance, listening to your emotional body and your spiritual body along the way, and taking small little consistent steps, which is Virgo, in order to actualize and materialize what it is that you want to bring in. Now, in the midst of this energy, we still have Venus retrograde in Leo. She will come out of retrograde here on September 3rd. You've got to give her about 24 to 48 hours, though, to start moving forward. So at the end of Labor Day weekend, we're going to feel an energy with Venus moving forward. However, we still have Mercury in retrograde until September 15th. And we have the planet Uranus going into retrograde right now as I'm filming this. So throughout the day of Monday, August 28th, Uranus will be entering retrograde for 5 months. We're going to be feeling that energy. Whenever we've got a lot of planetary activity, whether it's planets coming out of retrograde, going into retrograde, full moon, new moon, planets changing signs, and that's beyond the moon. When I speak of planets changing signs, I'm referring to every other planet except necessarily the moon. That's a lot of astrological activity. And oftentimes what happens is we can feel very charged up and we can't sleep, or just the opposite. We feel very tired, and I feel energy very deeply. So when there's a lot of activity going on, I get kind of charged up, and then suddenly the next day I'll be the opposite, where I need to go over and meditate several times a day. I need to go to sleep a little bit earlier. So please just honor wherever you're at on this journey. It's a great time to bring out your spiritual toolbox, meditate, get very grounded. What helps when there's planets going retrograde and then coming out of retrograde, it helps to be very grounded. So exercising, gardening, cooking, cleaning the house, moving things around, working in your patio or your garden, or working on your car. These are all wonderful grounding tools. And I strongly suggest you incorporate this over the next week or so, because we have here Uranus going retrograde. Pretty much it's going into it right now as I'm doing this. And then on Labor Day weekend, we have Venus coming out of retrograde, followed by, on that same day, Jupiter going into retrograde. So for these next 7 to 8 days, we've got a lot of retrograde direct action going, and that can confuse our system. Plus, we've got that super full blue moon happening as well, which further activates all of our bodies, especially our energetic bodies. Now, the other thing I wanted to add into this is, even though Mercury's retrograde until September 15th, we are having a new Mercury. It's called a Sun-Mercury conjunction. It's a new Mercury. Mercury does this about every 2 months. It's happening here on September 6th. So even though Mercury is in retrograde for a little while longer, that week coming out of Labor Day, we're going to have movement forward, because Venus coming out of retrograde and Mercury conjoining the Sun is going to activate things for us. So please know, for those of you that have been feeling like there's no movement, in any direction, things feel very stagnant or you feel stuck, that as we go into that first week in September, you can unstick yourself a little bit more and energy will indeed be moving more fluidly. Yes, Jupiter's going to go retrograde, but that's okay. It just means that the next 4 months, it's a time for a lot of internal growth because Jupiter is the planet of expansion and growth and wisdom. And we're going on an internal journey with this for the next 4 months. So let's dive in and look at the messages here. I picked out a couple decks here, the Oracle of the Hidden Worlds, because Pisces is an energy of revelation. It's the last of the signs. It represents the high priestess and the moon also within the tarot. It's also often associated with the hanged man. So we've got a lot of major arcana in the tarot that are associated with Pisces. It's also the 8, 9, and 10 of cups. And it's also the revealer. So it's bringing out things that could be hidden in our world. And with Venus coming out of retrograde, perhaps information about your relationship world, your creative world, or your financial world, things might be coming in around that. While Mercury's still retrograde, though, you're going to need to be discerning and take it one step at a time. I've been telling people for a while now, please don't rush into anything. Really think things through. Give yourself the time to process. Virgo and Pisces are both signs of doing the internal work. That's Pisces, doing the internal processing. And Virgo is about being the thinker here, the thinking man or the thinking woman, but also doing the research and making sure that you're very well informed on whatever it is you're wanting to dive into. So the Oracle of the Hidden Worlds is a beautiful deck that I'm using here, and I picked a card from that, but I started out with my Lemurian deck. I wanted to see what are the messages from Lemuria. The reason is Pisces is the most spiritual of the signs, and therefore the journey through this blue moon, this super full blue moon, is spiritual. Its very essence is guiding us on a spiritual journey right now. And so what are the tools? Well, from the Lemurian deck, we've got 3 seeds, and these are seeds that you're needing to plant or work on in your life. They're seeds that are wanting to grow or be expressed from within you and also outside of yourself. And the first one we have is unique gifts. Number 55, that's a master number. The double 5 means there's change around the corner coming, right? But isn't that beautiful? Look at that. Looks very extraterrestrial, right? Very spiritual energy there. It's almost watery blue. So that's the throat chakra. However, the aqua color in that, it is actually not just the throat chakra colors, but it's some of we have chakras that go very, very far up. And the aqua color is one of the healing chakras. So I feel like you're having a lot of mental energy going on here, but there's also healing of the heart is what I'm getting from that visual. These visuals in these cards are very beautiful to stare at because they're going to activate something for you. So the message is unique gifts. It's time for you to open up your superpowers, to become deeply aware of what your superpowers are if you're not sure about them. And for those of you that already know what some of your superpowers are, it's really acknowledging and embodying your unique gifts and being very self-confident with them. Do not shy away from being fully visible in the world right now because your unique gifts are needed. And I love how in this visual, this alien being, this spiritual being, a Lemurian, by the way, look at those mental lobes. There's a lot of wisdom in this card, a lot of deep thinking, but this is thinking from the high mind. Now, unique gifts is also pointing you towards further development of your career and your life purpose. That your life purpose right now is calling you. So please heed the call. Whatever messages come down to, please listen, because it's time for your superpowers and your purpose on this earth to be even more revealed than it has been, or for you to finally get on that path completely. When you are doing what you love and you are really acknowledging and knowing what your unique gifts are and your superpowers, you don't lose energy because you are so tapped in that energy from the universal heart is just consistently streaming into you. You are becoming even more energized by this beautiful, beautiful energy. Okay, so that's our first message. Let me put that there so we can keep it. Hopefully it will stay. And the next one is healing. That is number 30. You're going through a lot of healing right now, okay? Your very being is healing. This is going through all of the chakras. But what I'm getting from this is it's a call for you to embody your natural healing gifts. We all contain healing within us. We all can tap into our own inner healer, regardless of whether that's your life purpose or not. And so this invitation from the universe is asking you to seed your healing power in the world. Whether that means you just get more healing done for yourself, or you work on how you can most heal who you are, or you are a healer and you want to dive deeper into seeing what does that look like? Where is my healing career purpose taking me now? Because for some of you that are already in the healing fields, I feel like there's a new pathway coming your way, and you may branch off of what you're currently doing or expand upon your current field. But it's also healer, heal thyself. So for many of you and many of us that are healers, we give out so much of our energy that we get drained and we lose focus and we step back and we have those moments where we don't know if we want to do this anymore. And many times it's not because it's no longer a purpose, it's just that we have allowed ourselves to be drained. And so the message from this healing card is healer, heal thyself. When you are tapped in to the divine consciousness, the healing energy that is the cosmos, it's a field of unlimited possibility, potentiality, healing, and understanding. When you are tapped in to the higher divine consciousness field of possibility and energy, it's called the energetic field. I was looking for that word. The energetic field of cosmic consciousness. That's what we're going to name it. When you are tapped in, up all the way through the bottom of your feet, through the bottom of your root chakra, through your earth star chakra beneath your feet, when you're tapped into the earth's high light body, your own light body, and remember your light body is around you. It's connected to your auric field, and your auric field is connected deeply into all of your chakras. So your major and your minor chakras are connected in your body to every major organ. So we wouldn't be alive. We would not be energetic beings without our chakra system, without our astral body, without our auric body. Our light body is what feeds us everything we really need. And it's actually our light body that is showing us the way to be ageless. We don't have to grow old. We don't have to die. That's an aging thing. It's called ageism, right? So when we're really tapped in to our electromagnetic field, our light body, our auric body, our chakras, we go beyond all of that. It becomes the light body, physical body merge, which is the ascension pathway. That's what that is. So what I'm trying to tell you all here is to heal yourself, always tap in to the higher consciousness, to this cosmic field of absolute pure energy. Has everything you need. And when you're really tapped into it, you don't lose energy. So if you're a healer working on people or whatever job you're doing in this world, if you're tapped in through all of your body and your being out through the top of your head to your higher chakras, which is what connects into this field, then you're not going to be losing energy. Sure, you still need to eat, nourish yourself, drink twice as much water as the normal person would, sleep and rest, and do your spiritual things every day, but you're not going to be feeling depleted. And so the seed that you're being asked to plant right now is a seed for your own well-being, right? So that you can be the best healer you can be on this planet, but also be a completely healed human, spiritual, cosmic being. All right? That is a profound message. And our third card is alignment. So that goes along with healing. And it's number 18. But we see the chakras there again. And I love it because in this card, there's dolphins. You are, this is a card of balance and harmony. You are realigning any parts of you that are feeling out of balance, out of harmony, any part of your life, whether it's out your external life, your internal life, any part of you that's feeling torn in different directions or that's feeling very dualistic at this time. Look at this card. Call on the dolphin medicine to help you come back into deep, profound inner balance. It's called alignment. And what I'm also getting from this, and this is actually the message of the card. Oh, wow, there's a dragonfly in the middle. So call on the dragonfly medicine. Wow. For some of you, you're clearing your throat. There's throat healing that's going on during this video. A truth that you need to speak, something you need to know about yourself. Dragonfly is the breaker of illusion, and the dolphins carry the mana of all life. They are the gatekeepers. Both the dragonflies and the dolphin medicine in Native American are two of the animals that are the gatekeepers into the higher realms. And we have both of them in this card. So dragonfly is telling you to break through all illusions in your life. Do not carry things that you do not want to manifest, okay? Because this Virgo Pisces axis is an axis of manifestation. When I say axis, I mean A-X-I-S, an axis. Be careful what you create right now, okay? So alignment means make sure that, okay, you need to become a match to what it is you want to create. Whatever it is you want in this world, you need to become the match for that. So if you want true unconditional love in your life, you need to become transparent, vulnerable, and unconditionally loving with yourself and everything around you. And then you become the match, the energetic match for what you want to bring in. If you want absolute abundance at a level you've never had, you need to become abundant in your thinking. You need to remove all lack consciousness or nearly all lack consciousness. It's hard to remove 100%. We reach to the 75, 80%, okay? So if you want to be very abundant and not worry about finances, you've got to really work with lack consciousness. Where is it in your field, your thinking and your thought and your belief forms that you see lack? So you've got to become aligned with what it is you want to bring towards you. Like attracts like. Alignment is the seed that you need to plant here. So we have a seed of healing, we have a seed of superpowers and unique gifts and purpose, and we have a seed of alignment. It's also asking you, though, whatever it is you want to create, really step back and look at it. Where are you wanting to create this from? Is it from the depths of your being? Is this coming from your deepest heart space? Do you know for sure that this is your joy? Or are you trying to create something from a place of avoidance, denial, fear? Well, I don't think I can have my dreams because it's not possible. So why don't I, well, let me compromise on that. But then that's giving into fear. You're saying, I can't have that. That's lack right there. But maybe I could have this instead. And you know, it's okay to do that if it's a stepping stone. If you realize your dream is so far out there, you have many stones you have to step on to get there, but you don't lose track of that dream. Okay? So really, this is a very, very significant message. Please be aligned within your entire being, because in that alignment, you will easily manifest whatever it is your heart truly desires. And you'll also manifest what is best for you. When I put out prayers and intentions, I always ask either this or something even better that maybe I'm blind to. Because sometimes we're blind, right? And the dragonfly is trying to break through the illusions to show you what you really need. And the last card here is ether. So this is not a seed card, it's an element. So the element that's going to bring all of this to us is ether. And ether, wow, that's Aquarius energy. Aquarius is the keeper of the ether. You often see the sign of Aquarius holding a jug. And that jug is holding the ether. Aquarius is often pouring out what many think of as water, but it's not, it's ether. And ether is the substance of the cosmos. It is the seamless, unspeakable. So the ether, and it's beautiful how much blue we have in all these cards, right? Because here we are in a super blue moon, right? We're bringing in this highly energized electric blue. But the ether is showing you that what you're wanting to create is something that is yet unformed. It exists in the beyond. The ether exists between one breath to the next breath. It's that space between. So if you can dive in to that space between, you're going to reach the ether. So the ether is where we go when we fall into deep meditation. That's the ether. And when we're pulling on this energy that we cannot give a name to, it's the nameless energy. We are pulling in the ether. It's a mysterious energy, okay? It's the seamless, unspeakable. So what you're being told or asked to do here is to work with ether, to work with cosmic energy. And let's call it the cosmic breath. It's cosmic breathing here. Wow, I love these messages. And so let's go to the hidden worlds. So what does the hidden worlds want to gift us? What is the gift that this Pisces super full moon is giving us? It is giving us the Tree of Illumination, number 7. And we're in a 7-year. And you know what? This super full moon in Pisces is occurring at 7 degrees Pisces and 25 minutes. Well, that's a 7-7 because 2 and 5 is 7. So we've got a double 7 energy coming in. The Tree of Illumination. It's about truth, revelations, and understanding. Some great truths, some great revelations are coming to us. That is the Tree of Knowledge. Okay? So I want to read from the book. I feel very called to read to you from this right now. The Tree of Illumination. There are within this world certain trees which have qualities that are unique and magical. All trees have a little of this magic, but in some trees, the power accumulates and rests and rises until the tree itself becomes part of a sacred place. The tree becomes a sacred tree. Whew, I'm getting chills all over my body. And this tree becomes a place of great healing, of revelations, of understandings, and moments of insight when we're there, when we invite the Tree of Illumination to visit us. Great insight can take place. There have been many among the great divine ones of this world: Odin, Buddha, Yggdrasil, I can't pronounce it, it's a Jewish name, I believe. So please forgive me. But in all religions, there have been many divine masters who have touched the sacred tree, and they've called it by different names, but it is actually the Tree of Illumination. You are now invited to step into the energies of this tree and to receive the wisdom that it wishes to offer you. In your own world, make the time to connect with all trees, but in this moment, gazing upon this card. And I know it's not going to stay, so I'm going to hold it while I read. So in this moment, gazing upon this card, know that there dwells within this tree a great spirit who wishes now to share with you the potent magic of the realms that some would call fairy or the fae. This shining one now invites you in. As you enter and lay down beneath the branches, light will fall upon you and nurture you and become a part of you, so that you can know the truth of any circumstance that has troubled you. So call on the Tree of Illumination to wipe away any anxieties, any concerns, any lack of understanding or clarity. Take this worry to the Tree of Illumination, and when you still yourself and listen, and you go to the trees, you will return with all that you seek to know. So the affirmation here, or the illumination, is: it is within the branches of the trees that knowledge and wisdom will be found. Do not ask yourself anymore, ask the trees, and the answer will be yours. That is a profound message. So call on the Tree of Illumination, number 7, in a 7 year. Now remember, these messages are cosmic. Does not matter what year we are in, because we live within the cosmic field of consciousness. So I also have 3 cards from the Queen of the Moon Oracle as extra guidance. And the first, oh, there we go. We've got wisdom, number 22. So we're going from the Tree of Illumination to wisdom. She's looking for wisdom. She's on a boat, on a book. Wow, this is a fascinating card. It is number 22. It's the card of self-mastery, okay? Becoming a master, a divine, knowledgeable being in this world. But this card is also telling you that inside of you lives a great master. It is time to bring that master out, okay? She is standing on a boat with a ladder on a whole bunch of books, reaching for the moon. She's reaching for knowledge. She's reaching for clarity, for greater wisdom. And the Tree of Illumination is helping her, as well as all of the Lemurian seeds. The other message here is the wisdom she seeks, or he seeks, lies within. It doesn't only lie outside of us. So as you look at the moon, look within at your own inner moon, which is your heart space, your emotional body. Seek inner insight through your intuition and your emotions, because the moon is guiding you through your emotional body into your spiritual body. And there is great wisdom there. But for many of you, I feel like you're climbing a ladder of wisdom. You're on an ascension path here. Absolutely. Every day, week, month, year that goes by, you are achieving more experiences and greater wisdom, but there's still more to go. So the counsel I'm getting with this card is, please have patience with your journey. It's a process. Yes, You could be a great teacher, but even as a teacher, you're still a student. Or perhaps you are a student right now, and there's many books you're reading and you're needing to learn, but you're doing this and you're headed in the right direction. I love that message. And we've got it with the message surrender. Well, to achieve great wisdom, we must surrender to it. The waning crescent, surrender. It's only when you surrender that the universe opens up its great canvas of knowledge. That's the message I just got. But I know that there's more information here in the Queen of the Moon. So number 26, we've got waxing and waning moon. So it's both moving into the full moon on the other side of the full moon. Surrendering does not mean giving up. Let go of what you no longer need, though. Stop being so stubborn about holding on to aspects and behaviors that don't align with who you are now or who you are becoming. Stop struggling. That's the Tree of Illumination is here to show you the path. But it does mean there's certain things you may not want to carry on this path, right? Letting go and surrendering could admit to you, when you let go and you surrender, it's a moment of deep vulnerability with self, but it's also a moment of vulnerability with others. You may feel exposed when you surrender, yet surrender is the only way through into being a fully transparent, authentic being. You can't go through it any other way, okay? Surrender is necessary here. Surrender so the wisdom you seek, the revelation, the clarity you want can easily fall into your mind and your heart. And you may need to admit certain things to yourself, that maybe you got it wrong, that maybe you made a mistake, that maybe you took on a behavior that really hasn't helped you on your path, but that's okay. Forgiveness and surrender must always go hand in hand. You can't surrender if you can't forgive, right? And it all starts with self. So in order to surrender to yourself, you've got to forgive yourself. You've got to say, oh my gosh, yeah, I took on behaviors that maybe didn't really help me, but guess what? Everything we do in life teaches us something, right? There's always a learning. Remember, this moon phase, which is the crescent right before the new moon, is dark and beautiful. It casts a protective shadow that allows us to be as wide open as we need to be to do our work. We reveal safely to only the divine in ourselves, and then the light returns. Now that is a beautiful message. So the transparency here is only between you and the cosmos. And what is it bringing us to? Full nourishment, to get all your dreams met, all your desires met. This is the card of absolute abundance. And oh my gosh, it's a 7. Look at that. She's raising her hands in gratitude. So this is also a message of always have gratitude, and have gratitude ahead of time. You know, I'm going back to the alignment card. Become whatever it is you want to bring in. But that also means act as if, think as if, be as if what you want is already all around you. It's in your home, it's in your car, it sleeps with you in bed. Act as if what you want is already here. Call it home. That's what she's doing, and give infinite gratitude for this nourishment. The universe only wants your highest good. It wants to fully nourish you in your path in every form possible. I mean, the messages we're getting in this super full moon here today are really magical. They're magnificent. So I would like to complete this with the tarot. I think we have a lot of tarot cards here today. So we've got indigo. I feel like I'm going to be reading a story. I feel like some cards are going together and others are not. The first, okay. Yes, okay. The first message is ascension. And what did I say? We're on an ascension pathway right now. In this deck, though, it's the World card. You are at the end of an old cycle. Let it go. Complete it. Celebrate it. The world is awaiting you now. You may want to listen to my most recent Instagram post. I mean, this is one of the most beautiful world cards I've ever seen in any tarot deck. I love it. She is holding the earth in the palm of her hand. The world awaits you. There's nothing you cannot achieve or ask for here, okay? But this ascension is requiring you to become a magician in your life, okay? So Indigo's the magician. There's something you need to create. So in this ascension, you're creating something. And what did I get? No, that's it. I think that's it. So the Ascension card, the clarifier, is Indigo, the magician. So we have a major arcana clarified by another major arcana. So Ascension is saying all you need to do is understand that you're a magician. You can manifest this. You can do it. But you've got to follow your heart. You've got to have very clear intentions in order to create that. I love this message here. The world is wanting to come to you, okay? And then these kind of got all mixed up in here somewhere. Okay, there we go. And the next card is the Master of Orbs. So you could, I think this is a separate message. So Ascension and the Magician go together. And then the Master of Orbs goes with the Eight of Orbs. Okay, so this is a lot of air energy. This is for those of you that get trapped in your mind where you can have some anxiety. The Eight of Orbs in this deck is about really facing your fears. But the Master of Orbs is the King of Orbs. He's telling you, you've got this. Face your fears. You can do this. You can do this. Your fears are only fears when you feed them, right? And you know what I like in this card too? The orbs are all around her. It's like she's caught up in the tree branches, yet the sun is starting to rise. There's a dawn coming. And so the Master of Orbs, which is full sunlight, is telling you there's a dawn coming into your life. Welcome the dawn in. So this could follow the ascension, the world energy. Or whatever you're leaving behind, you need to leave it behind. You need to let go of these fears. They're not meant to travel with you. These orbs have all gone, they've all gone dark. They're not, the orbs in this deck, the Sirian deck, the orbs represent light, wisdom, and information. And in the Eight of Orbs, you already have the information. You've already used up these orbs. Whatever they had, you've already used them. You don't need them anymore. Let them go. Let the sun rise. Okay? And the Master of Orbs is telling you the wisdom you need lies within, but you might need to seek a little bit of outside help, counseling. You may want to seek a mentor, master teacher, or perhaps you're the master teacher and you're going through something right now, a dark night of the soul, and you're needing to let go of something that's you've been carrying with you for a very long time in your mind. And I'm getting one other illuminator here, and that's reflection, which is the Hermit. So to help you through the Eight of Orbs into the Master of Orbs, which is the King energy, go on a journey of inner reflection, okay? I feel like a lot of you, this is about you coming out of this. The Eight of Orbs is you leaving your hermit time. Yeah, you're leaving your hermit time because it's time for you to go into the world, right? And you've learned a lot, but you're leaving behind all the things you don't need anymore. Okay, that's beautiful. But if you feel like you still need to go through 2 more orbs, because we're at the 8, and maybe you need to get to 9 or 10, which could be 2 days, 2 hours, 2 weeks, 2 months, whatever that means to you, there's still some things you need to release and work on. Please do that and do a lot of inner reflection. Hermit, spend a lot of time on your own. using your spiritual tools. Meditation is an awesome tool. Journaling is an excellent tool. And know that this is your destination. You are becoming a master of your realm and a master of your thoughts. Love that message. And so we have one more message left. Wow, we've got a lot of cards here. I did not realize there were so many cards. Okay, we've got one card with a lot of clarifiers here. Let's see, I don't want to get them mixed up. We have the Lovers. So I think this might be like the third message, okay? But take it if it fits the rest for you. You're moving into some kind of partnership. This could be business, love, family, friendship. But the Lovers is usually a union of sacred souls. And in this deck, it definitely is, because they are meeting at the top of the flame. They are meeting in the ethers. Remember I said we're in the ethers, the cosmic breath? The Lovers are coming together. There's sacred unions coming in. This super full moon is bringing in sacred unions. Now, I don't know the timing on that, because when we deal with a full moon, it could be several days, it could be several weeks, but it can also be a 6-month window, because it goes from the full until the next new moon. So it would be until Pisces season. So in terms of timing, please take that with a grain of salt. Now the Lovers is being clarified by the 5 of Flames. In order to be in the Lover energy, which is seeking your divine counterpart, but also in union with self, you need to move away from drama, okay? Because the 5 of Flames is people being in drama, gossiping, talking about things, or the 5 of Flames or the 5 of Wands can sometimes be having to deal with challenges, battles with others, but it's more feeling like you're not on the same page with others. And don't descend to where they're at. If they are not meeting you in a high frequency, don't descend to theirs. Leave the drama, leave the gossiping alone. Move away from it. Move away from the 5 flames, because what often follows the 5 flames is the 6, which is the number of success. And the Lovers is number 6. So it's telling you, go from the 5, which is challenge and chaos and gossiping and drama, to the 6, which is harmony, balanced. It's balanced energy. It's union within self, no longer having inner conflict. Now, this would be true if we follow this as a story with the Tarot, where we start with the Ascension of the World card wanting to come to you, but first you've got to go through the 8 of Orbs and inner reflection, become the master of your own thoughts and your own mind, and then bring everything into harmony in your life and remove the situations in your life that all they do is create drama and challenge. Now, drama and challenge, something to be learned, right? It's always a lesson. But do you want to feed it? The answer is no. Okay? So the other clarifiers, so where are the Lovers going? Wow. The Wheel of Fortune. This is all happening in divine timing. The wheel is about to change. Something magnificent is happening in your life. Once you move beyond the 5 of flames into the Lovers, the wheel is turning, okay? And something is coming to you. So the Lovers is traditionally Gemini, but it could be any of the air signs, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. It's also usually Libra season and Gemini season, which is late May, June, late September, October, and we're headed towards that now. And then the Wheel of Fortune, or the Great Wheel, is usually Sagittarius, but it's Jupiter energy. And so for some of you, it could mean that when Jupiter comes out of its retrograde, that will be your divine timing, and that will be at the very, very last few days of December when it comes out of retrograde. Okay, so I'm trying to give us all some timing messages here. For some, it could be very soon. For others, we may be looking at 4 months, 6 months, 7 months out, or even, as I said, Gemini season next year. Different timings here. But what is it that the Great Wheel is bringing? It's bringing the Seeker of Flames and the Seeker of Chalices. fire and water. Fire, passion, vision, incentive, action. Water, love, union. These two blend of it. This is a beautiful blend of energy. Fire and water in love with the lovers is phenomenal. I wouldn't want it any other way. This is the love of your life. This is a sacred partnership that I feel is coming in for some of you watching. And it could be the person does have strong fire, or they could have strong water. You know, we also have this, a fire sign, and the lovers is air. We've got a lot of fire here, and we've got air energy, and we've got water. And in the beginning of this, we had a lot of earth. So all the elements are here. But the seeker of chalices and flames, the seeker is the page. Okay? So there's a beautiful cup of love and a cup of passion that is coming your way. And it's the wheel of fortune that is bringing it to you. And it's going to bring it to you when you are in the place of the lovers, when you are not struggling anymore, when you are not fighting yourself, when you've achieved a place of inner balance and harmony and you are ready. And then the lovers will come and the wheel will turn. Love these messages. Alrighty, everyone, that is it for now. Sending you all a giant cosmic hug. Until next time. And I think I forgot to do my spiel in the beginning. I can't remember. When I start channeling, I forget the little detail stuff in our mundane world. So for any further information about who I am and what I do and the services I offer, that is all below in the description. My website is there. My Instagram handle, please follow me there. Subscribe to my channel if you like the energy I bring in. I am a cosmic celestial being, and that is what I channel from. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Leave me a comment. I always love those. And until next time, sending you all so much love.